Good morning. It's not Saturday, so it's not parkrun day. I am here to support the Altrincham 10k, which loads of people are just arriving on trams for. I want to talk a bit about how I've escalated from parkruns to running in general, and how I nearly entered this, and I have entered a 10k for next year. And also there's a few things in life that are scaring me, so let's go and support everyone first.
Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there.
It's starting in just a few minutes.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As I watched on, 3,214 runners streamed out the start line, beginning their 10k run. Very hard to hold my camera still for the 10 minutes it took for everyone to cross the line. So I've come out to a point not far from the end. It finishes just over that hill. Probably about half an hour before we get the first people coming through. I was so close to entering this. People had to talk me out of doing it because ultimately I'm not ready. I can barely run a 5k, let alone a 10k. I'm entered into a 10k next year, but I'm not sure I will be able to do it then. My health is going to change over the next few months in a way that I just don't know. My brain was like, is this going to be my last chance to do a 10k? There's so much unknown, and I'll talk about that after. Almost catching me off guard, the person in first place came steaming through. Wow. The first person just went through and second is miles away. First went for it. Of course, if I was doing this, I'd be like quite away from the finish at this point. More front runners coming through. They're starting to come through thick and fast now. Well done, guys! Well done! You're nearly there!
Now if you break it, I can take it, I don't need a prize. Leave out the fact that I am up against 1,000 guys. My intuition efficient, cause I can use my mind. Don't try to tell me how it's done, you haven't done your time.
Well done, everyone! You're doing so well! You're nearly there! If you ever get a chance to, go out there and support a race. You see a whole variety of people just doing the best that they have to give. I made a point of staying right to the very end because I hoped that people would do that for me. And then a sprint finish for the tail runners just to finish everything off. Right, okay, I've watched everybody else run, so now it's my turn. So I'm going to head down to Longford Park and do a bit of running there. Before I do my admittedly shorter than 10k run, talk a bit about my health. Because this is the second channel, not all of you may know I had a stroke at the end of March. I've been recovering and recovering since then. At the end of July, I had an angiogram to try and find out why. We had an inkling as to why, and I've just had the results of that angiogram. They discovered the AVM that they were looking for. The AVM is basically a weakness in my brain, and it means my chances of another stroke are higher. Not massively higher, but they're higher. It could be worse than last time. Now, the treatment for that, because of its location, going in with a Black & Decker drill is not an option. It sounds like it's going to be radiotherapy. And I knew all this was potentially on the horizon, but I hadn't really thought about it much because it was something in the future. now I've been thinking about it and I've done research and stuff, and I'm scared. I'm actually terrified, but it's got to be done, and this AVM needs to be removed, and radiotherapy is going to be the best way of doing it. I've seen so many different recovery journeys of people, and it's almost definitely going to be another setback for me, just like the angiogram was a setback for me. That sent me backwards. They sold me on a 2-day recovery. I'm still not back to where I was at the angiogram. I might have to stop running for a while if my body just doesn't feel up to it. So I'm now thinking, this 10k that I've entered next year, am I going to be able to do it? So I'm throwing myself into running now in the hopes that I can do the 10k earlier before I potentially need to have this radiotherapy, just in case it knocks me out enough to not be able to ever do it. I'm scared of the future, and I know they're ultimately doing everything they can to make sure I keep going, but it is scary, especially now that I've discovered this world. Birds everywhere. It is scary. Everything that is coming is scary, but I've just got to deal with it. I did on the main channel a video about my park run journey, and since doing that video, this has all escalated to more than just park run. I'm going out now multiple times a week to run. I'm running at least 10k a week most weeks. After park run yesterday, I went out and I did another few k just to start building myself up to that goal. I am the most unlikely person in the world to have really got into running, yet here I am. It's literally changed my life, and I wouldn't want to give this up. Now that I've just discovered it, I don't want to give it up. I guess the fitter I get now, before this radiotherapy, the easier it will be to bounce back. So I've got to just keep going for it, right? Just keep running. I still can't run a 5k solidly. Like, I'm still walking the 5ks, but I'm enjoying it, and my fitness is improving in the process. So now I've got all that off my chest, I should do this run, shouldn't I? Maybe a lap of the park. I don't think I've got 2 in me. Not very good at running and talking. Not great for somebody who is now making parkrun videos. Oh well. I know that I don't have to do all this running. I know that I don't have to push myself. But I want to, and I 100% maintain that pushing myself to my limit and a little bit beyond has helped me recover from my stroke quicker than if I hadn't been doing that. I honestly believe this is helping me. The proof is in the pudding. Like, in the grand scheme of things, my recovery is phenomenal. I'm doing so well. Rather than take you with me the whole time, I'm gonna leave it there. I've had a bit of a waffle about my feelings and the unknowns of what happens next for me. So, yeah, I'm scared. But it's all what's best for me in the end. If I had any choice, I wish none of this would have happened, but I've got to deal with the cards that I've been dealt. So, on that note, I should probably leave a link here to the next video I think you should watch. Until next time, bye bye.